From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good morning and happy Friday. A lot of us are waking up to snowfall this morning, but it's not a lot of snowfall, just a little dusting out there like we've been talking about all week. But there are more rounds of snow that are slated. The first one from 4 a.m. on Saturday to 4 a.m. on Tuesday. This would primarily impact our Cascade passes. Round number 2 looking a little bit more intense, between 12 to 18, 19 inches of snow for Cascade passes from 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. next Friday. And in the midst of all that, wind gusts picking up out of the south, especially for the Blue Mountains and the Blue Foothills for Sunday. Some of those gusts up around 40 miles per hour. Okay, right now you're taking a live look at Kennewick, and you can see grassy surfaces definitely did pick up that little dusting of snowfall. It didn't stick to the roadways, but the roads could be a little bit slick out there. More on that in a second. Still, the last gasp of this is hanging on for dear life in the Blue Foothills. Very steady light snow all throughout this morning thus far for Walla Walla, for Adena, and for Milton Freewater. We'll see what ends up happening with those totals. But across the board, temperatures below freezing, which means some of those roadways could be a little bit slick. Please take it slow on your morning commutes. Should be a dry day, at least for the Tri-Cities for this Friday. Mostly cloudy day, highs getting into the mid-40s. The best chances for snow showers today, like you saw, it's in progress in the Blue Foothills. Could maybe have another snow shower or two for the Kittitas or Yakima valleys. Into this weekend, wind gusts picking up. We'll talk about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, community outreach continuing after an investigation into a Port of Benton commissioner. Now this morning, we're going to explain why a retired judge is trying to remove commissioners from office and how the controversy could soon be taken to the polls.
And changes coming to local buses after drivers raise safety concerns. We've detailed on the new safety measure rolling out that is just ahead.
And a book checked out decades ago has finally found its way home after more than half a century. Coming up, the surprise return at Richlands Public Library and why the Henry Ford biography is turning heads again. All the details coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
And thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Friday, February 20th, waking up to a little snow this morning.
A little dusting of snow.
Yeah.
We like that it's not on the roads. And maybe we'll see some more. We'll have to check back in with Josh later on in the newscast, but we do want to get into your top stories. And we're starting off with continuing coverage as a potential political shakeup could be coming to the Port of Benton. And this comes after a recall effort that targets all 3 commissioners.
Yeah, Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen breaks down how we got here and then also what's next.
Complaints and an investigation into one of the commissioners for the Port of Benton, Scott Keller, has caused outrage from the community. Now, a retired judge is taking matters into his own hands and is preparing to file recall paperwork for all 3 commissioners. The investigation report found Keller repeatedly violated port rules and state laws, including using public resources for personal benefit, arranging a below-market land deal with a relative for a golf course, using city water at his private hangar without a legal connection, and improperly reducing his own lease payments to the port. In a meeting in January, the board voted to censure Keller, but didn't take any other action. That decision was met with anger from community members who feel Keller isn't facing consequences.
You have become, quite frankly, a commission of chaos. The port staff should not have to be fearing retaliation for simply doing their job.
Since then, the board made more controversial moves, suspending Executive Director Diane Howard and firing its finance director. But not all community members were against it.
I want to just ask everybody to put this in perspective. Do stay transparent. Get the proper consultants on board to give the right answers, not the ones the port wants to hear, but the right ones for the community, the tenants. Everybody has a stake in this.
The recall effort is led by retired Judge Eugene Pratt, saying the community is entitled to answers.
I was on the bench for 30 years, and I didn't make any special deals or give anybody special favors because it's improper. It's, in my opinion, it's corruption.
Pratt believes he has evidence that supports removing commissioners.
I know you can do it the right way, and I'm offended when people do it the wrong way. Particularly, they are given a public trust to do what they're doing for the benefit of the people, not for their benefit or the benefit of their friends.
Meanwhile, the Benton County Auditor's Office says it's aware of the plans to file, but the paperwork process is ongoing.
We have not received any petitions against any of the elected officials in the Port District.
Pratt tells me the recall petitions will be filed in the next few days. If the recall moves forward, supporters would then need to collect enough signatures to place the issue before voters. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And multiple requests for interviews with the 3 commissioners have gone unanswered.
This, of course, is a developing story that we'll keep you updated on as new details come in. 6:04 now to a follow-up. In the last few weeks, Ben Franklin Transit has been facing some criticism after bus drivers reported riders threatening their safety. Well, just yesterday we learned that starting on Monday, BFT will have contracted security officers patrolling transit centers and riding buses on a rotating schedule. The officers who were hired through, through a local company will focus on keeping passengers, employees, and the community safe while preventing conflicts and quickly responding to incidents. Excuse me. BFT stresses these are not federal ICE agents, but security staff working to make the transit system safer and more welcoming for everyone. Last Friday, multiple people spoke out about this at a BFT meeting.
Nobody deserves to be threatened, but we don't get to change a law to pack a gun in the commissioner meeting. We don't get that luxury. We just have to take it. Mr. McKay hides for 2 weeks because he's up against his charges. We have to face it every day.
Yep.
So you guys you're not even paying attention. You're not even looking at me.
BFT says security officers are commonly used across the transit industry, particularly among larger providers, so to enhance safety and service reliability. To see more on the heated meeting, you can head to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
6:06 and turning now to a crime alert. A man wanted for a domestic assault case has turned himself in. So earlier this month, the Kennewick Police Department responded to a reported assault on Plaza Way. Police say 35-year-old Kyle Henriksen of Spokane attacked a woman and threatened to kill her. After an arrest warrant was issued and after more than 1,600 tips from the public, Henriksen surrendered at the Bend County Jail, and he's now facing multiple felony charges.
6:06, check this out. Workers at the Richland Public Library got quite the surprise this week.
That's right. A person returned a book with a due date of over 65 years. So the book is a biography about Henry Ford, and it's so old that it's no longer in the library system.
The person who brought it in says it belonged to an old friend who's recently passed away, and that the book would have accumulated around $3,000 in late fees over the years. Now, luckily, the library eliminated those fees a few years ago, so it looks like the borrower is off the hook.
When we got it back, we had to look through it, and it turns out it's got an old due date slip in it, and the due date was March 17th, 1962, so a little bit overdue.
And he left it in there.
Just a little overdue.
So the library says it's considering putting the book on display for its 75-year anniversary celebration, and that is coming up on May 1st.
Oh, I love it. That's funny.
Hilarious. All right, keep it here because coming up next, an unprecedented moment for the British royal family as former Prince Andrew was arrested after newly revealed documents detail his communications with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. And coming up, we'll break down how the arrest unfolded at the King's private estate and also the global reaction and what comes next as the investigation moves forward.
And giving you a live look outside this morning, this one from right here at our Apple Valley studios in Kennewick. A little dusting of snow in the yards as you make your way out the door. Will there be more? Josh will let us know after the break.
The President's Day sale has been extended at Walker's. We're doubling your sales tax discount. Or with no money down, no interest financing until 2031, create the home of your dreams and pay over time. This final week at Walker's.
Even if your child has moderate to severe eczema, they can feel the flow, feel the breeze. And Dupixent helps them feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Dupixent is the only biologic therapy approved to treat kids as young as 6 months for noticeably clearer skin and less itch. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent. Help heal their skin from within so they can stay ahead of eczema. Find an eczema specialist and ask about Dupixent today.
The Pasco RV and Boat Super Sale is going on today through this Sunday at the Hapo Center. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats, including travel trailers, fifth wheels, story haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, and more. Every category, every budget, all on sale. Enjoy zero down and no payments for 90 days on approved credit. Shop indoors today through this Sunday at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Big selection, big savings. Don't miss it. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
Every heartbeat is a second chance. At Prosser Memorial Health, our cardiac rehabilitation program empowers your recovery with expert care and state-of-the-art TechnoGym smart equipment for safe, personalized fitness after a heart event. Whether you've had a heart attack, bypass surgery, valve repair, or heart failure, ask your provider for a referral. With tailored sessions over 12 weeks, supervised by medical professionals, we support your whole health, body, mind, and heart. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
The President's Day sale has been extended at Walker's. We're doubling your sales tax discount. Or with no money down, no interest financing until 2031, create the home of your dreams and pay over time. This final week at Walker's.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Got some big news to pass along as we're seeing those road closures once again for Interstate 84. This would be westbound from milepost 224 to 265. This is from Cabbage Hill, Dead Man's Pass down to LeGrand due to multiple disabled vehicles. Again, we highly recommend you go to tripcheck.com. They have an awesome app as road conditions can change very quickly, minute by minute. Closures can change very quickly as well. Also, that conditional road closure from milepost 0 to 39 for Oregon 204. That would be from Athena to Elgin, local freight and passenger vehicles only. And again, tripcheck.com, an awesome resource around this time of the year for those Oregon roadways. Okay, now pivoting to today's forecast. High is going to end up in the 30s and 40s. So we're thinking, at least for lower elevations, a lot of the snowfall should melt by the time we get to 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. And so 30s and 40s for lower elevations for today. For tonight, dropping back down into the 20s for lower elevations. Could have some teens up in the Cascades. Now, thankfully, we're going to be trending much warmer as we head into the weekend and into next week. Mid-50s by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week in the Tri-Cities. So we'll flip the script. We'll end up being about 5 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. And that's and that warm air surging in from the south, that's going to be a catalyst for this. A wind gust picking up Saturday night, and then especially as we head into Sunday, here's the aforementioned warm front. So this is going to swing up towards the north, bringing in that surge of warmer and gustier air. So those peak gusts anywhere between 35 to 40 miles per hour, peaking on Sunday for the Blue Foothills and for the Blue Mountains. And we have more rounds of snow. This time it looks like the Cascades are going to be impacted. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
6:12, looking at national headlines this morning, where overnight Andrew Mountbatten Windsor returned home after his arrest on suspicion of misconduct in public office.
The former Prince Andrew has not been formally charged. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the latest developments.
This morning, this picture of former Prince Andrew leaving the police station is front page news worldwide after the unprecedented arrest of a British royal. Headlines reading, "Now he's sweating, we can see you sneaking out, and what did they know?" The arrest follows the emergence of documents from the U.S. Justice Department detailing communications between Andrew and the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew was arrested at the king's private estate, but sources say the monarch was given no advance notice. The king not answering questions after Andrew's arrest.
Your Majesty, how are you feeling after your brother's arrest? Have you spoken to your brother, Your Majesty?
Instead, releasing a statement earlier saying what now follows is the full, fair, and proper process, pledging authorities will have his full and wholehearted support and cooperation. Although he was released while still under investigation, Andrew has not been charged and has previously denied any wrongdoing. He was already stripped of his titles because of his ties to Epstein. Survivors reacting to the news.
We were all of the survivors that I'm in touch with, so very happy to see that that had finally happened and that the UK was taking steps to actually investigate and hold perpetrators accountable.
Meanwhile, according to court documents filed on Thursday, the co-executors of Jeffrey Epstein's estate have agreed to settle a class action lawsuit filed against them by survivors of Epstein's abuse for at least $25 million. The proposed settlement, which a federal judge will have to approve, does not include an admission of wrongdoing.
Now, if convicted, misconduct in public office carries a maximum sentence of life imprisonment.
And overnight, Gordon Brown, who was British Prime Minister during Andrew's trade envoy service, says he has submitted, quote, new and additional information to local authorities, saying that he wants to secure justice for trafficked girls and women.
It's a developing story we'll keep you updated on.
And keep it here, because coming up next, Josh Colbreth is back with how your weather is looking. It's all coming up in that First Alert full weather forecast in just a few minutes.
Looking for a new car with performance and sophistication? The all-new 2027 Tellurides are arriving this month, and the remaining 2025s are priced to move. Save $3,500 on every new 2025 Kia Telluride in stock this month at Overturf Kia. Test drive a Telluride today. Overturf Kia, Highway I-182 and Road 100 exit on St. Thomas Drive, Pasco.
The Pasco RV and Boat Super Sale is going on today through this Sunday at the Hapo Center. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats, including travel trailers, fifth wheels, story haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, and more. Every category, every budget, all on sale. Enjoy zero down and no payments for 90 days on approved credits. Shop indoors today through this Sunday at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Big selection, big savings. Don't miss it. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
The three little pigs needed a home because their old one blew over, but every mortgage felt like another scam.
The big bad wolf offered a loan.
Our rates will blow you over.
Then came Wolf & Company Mortgage. More hot air. The pigs were about to give up, but then they found Yakima Federal Savings and Loan.
Very helpful and friendly. And a great rate that made sense.
Skip the wolves. Trust Yakima Federal Savings and Loan for your home loan. Visit yakimafed.com. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Jax, what are you thinking? Grandpa told me to mark down the prices. Hartley, what are you doing? Grandpa told me to test out the beds. My brother and sister are crazy, but so is my grandpa. I love coming to our family furniture store at Meredith Furniture because I get to take naps on all of the Beauty Rest beds. But the main reason most of you guys come into Meredith Furniture is for all the great prices on Beauty Rest mattresses. Meredith Furniture on South First and Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Community outcry over a Kennewick sex offender facility.
I was just flabbergasted that this is something that's happening in a neighborhood that has so many children.
There are children living literally next door.
Only one station, Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
He had this plan to kill his wife.
Killing his wife so he could have a new life with his au pair.
You're really going to move into the master bedroom a few months after the woman who hired you was murdered? No.
2020, tonight on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Again, we have closures for Interstate 84 and Oregon 204 this morning. You can read much more about that by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com. We'll have a lot more to say about that coming up in the next half hour. Okay, precip chances over the next 7 days for the Tri-Cities. There will be the potential for some freezing rain on Sunday morning, much warmer and wetter by the time we get to Monday, and then trending drier after that, but that is definitely not going to be the case for the mountains, especially for the Cascades. Let's take it day by day for the Tri-Cities. For tomorrow, Saturday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., a little opportunity of some rainfall, and then that period of freezing rain is going to be possible before 7 a.m. After that, it looks like it's just going to be rainfall, but slowly but surely, those chances picking up. especially as we head into the evening. Okay, now let's pay attention to our mountain passes. We have first alert weather days in place from Saturday through early on Tuesday. Specifically for Cascade passes, let's put this into motion with Futurecast radar. A mostly dry day for today, so that's going to be good news for those roadways down in the Blues that are being so heavily impacted this morning. But as we head into Saturday morning, here comes that next round of snow blanketing the Cascades. Again, we could see some snowfall mixing in for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, and then there's going to be another wave of rain and snow as we head into Sunday morning. And more waves of snow after that. So wave number one going to be 4 a.m. on Saturday to 4 a.m. on Tuesday. Around a foot of snow for Snoqualmie Pass and for White Pass. But then there's that next round of snow. This one a little bit more intense for a Cascade Pass. Is 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. next Friday. Around a foot and a half of snow for Stevens Pass, for Snoqualmie Pass, for White Pass. A half foot of snow for Oregon 204 at Tollgate. This time it doesn't look like lower elevations are going to get anything. So the good news, bad news of this all is, good news. We need the snow. Bad news is that patch travel and, at times road closures, those can be in play. Okay, so here is 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Freezing rain possible Sunday morning, but warmer and wetter weather is slated for Monday. In Yakima, a rain-snow mix is possible Saturday, and then freezing rain is a threat for Sunday morning. In Ellensburg, chances for light snow this morning, more so for tomorrow, and then rain starts to mix back in by Sunday. For Hermiston, slick roads a possibility this morning and tomorrow, then wetter and warmer for Sunday through Tuesday, and finally for Walla Walla, leftover snow showers this morning, likely just rain this weekend and turning windy by Sunday.
So no more of that dusting of snow?
It doesn't look like it, at least for the Tri-Cities.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
We got a little taste of it.
I know, and the mountains are getting it. That's where we really need it.
Which is where yes, absolutely.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Hollywood remembering a fan favorite actor and Oscar winner, honoring with a major milestone and a piece of internet history, getting the museum treatment.
Coming up, the tributes pouring in for Eric Dane, the latest honor for Michelle Yeoh, and how YouTube's very first video is being preserved for future generations. All that is coming up in your entertainment news after the break.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
The Pasco RV and Boat Super Sale is going on today through this Sunday at the Hapo Center. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats, including travel trailers, fifth wheels, story haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, and more. Every category, every budget, all on sale. Enjoy zero down and no payments for 90 days on approved credit. Shop indoors today through this Sunday at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Big selection, big savings. Don't miss it. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
It's a great time to improve your sleep and pay less during the President's Day mattress event at Walker's. Enjoy the best selection of all your favorite mattress brands. And when you purchase select Serta, Beautyrest, or Heirloom mattresses, you'll get up to $300 of free furniture and free mattress delivery. Plus, enjoy 5 years no-interest financing, making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less. This week at all Walker's Furniture locations.
The little pill with a big story to tell.
Jardiance plays a role in my story, too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well with Jardiance, a once-daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell.
Action!
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, Hollywood is mourning the loss of actor Eric Dane.
In a statement, Dane's publicist says that he died Thursday following a battle with ALS. He was just 53 years old. Statement went on to say that he spent his final days surrounded by family and friends.
Dane was best known for his roles on Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria. His death comes less than a year after he announced his ALS diagnosis. He proceeded to put his efforts into advocating for those who have progressive neurodegenerative disease.
McSteamy.
I know, so sad.
It is sad, yeah.
And from remembering one Hollywood legend to honoring another, Academy Award-winning actress Michelle Yeoh was given a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame earlier this week.
Yeah, the Wicked and Everything Everywhere All at Once star has been in the industry since the 1990s. The Malaysian-born Yeoh began her acting career starring in Hong Kong action films, including blockbuster hit Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
The 63-year-old has appeared in more than 70 films and TV projects. She was named Time Magazine's Icon of the Year in 2022.
I'm sure she's been in a lot of things, but you know, really the only thing that matters is Wicked.
Yeah, Madame Morrible. And then Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes.
She was great in that too.
Yes.
Also, Asian directors John M. Chu and Ang Lee have worked with Yeoh over the decades and were also in attendance.
Love it. Well deserved. All right, it's been more than 20 years since YouTube came online, and now a museum in London is preserving part of that history.
The Victoria and Albert Museum is displaying a reconstruction of an early YouTube webpage from 2006. It features the first video ever shown on the platform.
And looking at this, that is like a blast from the past.
That is so funny.
So Me at the Zoo is a 19-second clip of then 25-year-old YouTube co-founder Jawed Karim talking about elephants, and the museum says it took 18 months to rebuild this page. 18 months?
That's wild.
What? How?
It's so antiquated. They're like, how do we dumb this back down?
Yeah, too hard.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Pasco taking on one of its biggest infrastructure projects by replacing the Butterfield water treatment plant. Coming up, how city leaders plan to keep water flowing during construction, modernize the system to fight
cyanotoxins?
Bad things in your water, and what it could also mean for local ratepayers. We have those details coming up in your 6:30 half hour.
Join us March 6th and 7th at the Numerica Pavilion in Kennewick. Shop over 40 vendors from the Pacific Northwest. Find inspiration for your home and one-of-a-kind merchandise. Vintage at the Ridge, March 6th and 7th. Presented by Windermere Group 1.
The Pasco RV and Boat Super Sale is going on today through this Sunday at the Hapo Center. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats, including travel trailers, fifth wheels, story haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, and more. Every category, every budget, all on sale. Enjoy zero down and no payments for 90 days on approved credit. Shop indoors today through this Sunday at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Big selection, big savings. Don't miss it. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
Another day, same pain, same meds, same struggling for symptom relief. Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough, Rinvoq works differently. It's a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, as fast as 2 weeks for some. Even after 3 years, many people felt this relief. In PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin noticeably clearer.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Do something different. Ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Sam Strebel provides the full spectrum of orthopedic care.
A lot of times when I talk to patients, they're in so much pain that they can't do their hobbies. We can use the machine to balance the knee before we make any bony resections, and then that will hopefully translate to a faster recovery and a better, more natural feeling knee.
To learn more about services including robotic joint replacement at Prosser Orthopedic Center, visit prosserhealth.org.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home.
I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you, and we understand what really matters.
Just like you,
we're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We are here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
How am I celebrating my 75th anniversary? Treating you to a 75-cent Jumbo Jack. And some other super secret things, of course. Get my Jumbo Jack for 75 cents and app only February 21st.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, everyone's waking up to a dusting of snow, a little smattering, a little sprinkle.
That very light, powdery stuff out there.
The nice kind.
It after a week of very hard forecast, it's nice to feel just a little bit vindicated.
We got some snow, yeah.
Yes, but we have some much bigger impacts this morning in the Blue Mountains. That's where we are seeing some road closures. We will talk about those here in just a second. Those big weather stories also tracking some more mountain snow. This time, it looks like the Cascade passes are going to be more so impacted. Wave number 1, 4 a.m. on Saturday to 4 a.m. on Tuesday. Wave number 2, that one looking a little bit more intense, 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. next Friday. And then in the midst of all that, wind gusts picking up for this weekend, especially for Sunday in the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains. Some of those peak gusts around 40 miles per hour. Hey, here's the biggest road closure this morning. I-84 westbound from milepost 224 to 265. So that would be from Cabbage Hill to LeGrand, as there are hazardous, snowy conditions out there, multiple disabled vehicles, and we highly recommend everyone, if you have to travel down this way, go to tripcheck.com. There's a great app. It's just an awesome resource around this time of the year. And then there's that conditional closure on Oregon 204 from Adena to Elgin from milepost 0 to 39. Local freight and passenger vehicles are the only ones that are allowed. We'll continue to keep you updated on that throughout the morning. Okay, look at this beautiful scene this morning in Kennewick. This view coming courtesy of our very own weather app. You see kind of the more pastel colors up in the sky, and yes, that little dusting of snow for those grassy surfaces. It did not stick to roadways, but that does not mean that roadways can't be a little bit slick out there for this morning. Still tracking this area of snowfall that's obviously impacting the Blues, but also the Blue Foothills. Steady light snow all throughout the morning for Walla Walla, Adena, and Milton Freewater. And the snow that's fallen is sticking thus far as temperatures below freezing out there. We're seeing 20s, we're seeing 30s. Your hourly forecast for this Friday in the Yakima Valley. Mostly cloudy skies all throughout the day, and in general for today, mostly cloudy with low-end chances of snow showers. Will keep it dry for the basin. I'll talk about the wind gusts and an update on your climate numbers coming up in a few minutes.
We begin this half hour of news in Pasco, where the city is looking to replace its oldest water treatment plant after decades of operation.
Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with city officials about the facility and how the project could affect residents.
The Butterfield Water Treatment Plant is Pasco's oldest and largest treatment facility. Originally built in the 1940s, the plant currently supplies about 80 to 85% of the city's water needs. But after many years of operation, officials say it has reached the end of its life cycle. City leaders are now planning a full replacement, with a new facility expected to be built on an adjacent property so the current plant can remain online during construction.
It's a full replacement, so it will be likely a phased replacement. The plan currently is to do that in an adjacent parcel instead of in the same parcel, so that we can maintain operations with the least amount of disruption.
Sarah says the new facility will modernize Pasco's water infrastructure and include updated treatment technology designed to meet newer environmental and water quality standards.
And we are incorporating some technologies in the treatment equipment and processes that will allow us to combat cyanotoxins, which is one of the new water quality issues in our river.
City of Pasco officials tell me that a new treatment facility would mean big things for the city's water infrastructure.
However, they also tell me that it might come at the cost of ratepayers.
To help pay for the project, Pasco City Council approved water and sewer rate increases during a January council meeting, along with higher connection fees, making it one of the largest infrastructure investments in Pasco's history.
That is just a big lift. I mean, I wrote down the number here, $250 million. It's what I told my kids even before I left tonight. I'm like, we have to figure out how to replace $250 million plant. And yeah, that goes to the ratepayers.
City officials say they are actively pursuing outside funding, including low-interest loans and potential state and federal grants, which could help reduce future rate increases for residents.
If we reach that target via awards from the state or the federal government, we will be able to reduce the increases by just a few points, percentage-wise.
Officials say design work is already underway, with some components in planning as the city moves forward in phases to keep water service stable throughout the project. In Pasco, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And now city leaders say the new Butterfield facility is expected to serve Pasco for decades to come.
And this while also improving reliability and preparing the city for future growth and water quality demands. At 6:34 and talking local living now, city leaders in Moses Lake say a new regional water project could boost water quality and supply for the local community and surrounding areas.
The W20 Spillway project, led by the Port of Moses Lake, would connect an existing Quincy irrigation canal to Moses Lake, moving cleaner water through the system. City officials say it'll help multiple agencies and communities by making water delivery more flexible, with benefits reaching beyond Moses Lake.
This has multiple benefits to multiple different entities. One being the Bureau itself, because it gives them another way to deliver water further south to the Tri-Cities.
And city leaders say cleaner water flowing into the lake could improve tourism and recreation while also helping position Moses Lake for future water access as regulations evolve.
Officials say the project is still in the proposal stage and will require continued regional partnerships moving forward.
And keep it here, because coming up next, hundreds of athletes are competing for state titles, and we have which local teams are aiming for the top, and also why this year could be historic. We're talking local sports after the break.
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
The President's Day sale has been extended at Walker's. We're doubling your sales tax discount. Or with no money down, no interest financing until 2031, create the home of your dreams and pay over time. This final week at Walker's.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow. And Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm the key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
There was a nice lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. I need a bigger house, but with so many choices, who can I trust to help me with a loan? So she called her friends for advice, and they knew exactly what to do.
Yakima Federal helped us when the Big Bad Wolf blew our house down. They had great service and offered a fantastic rate on our new home construction loan. And they won't sell your loan to the Big Bad Wolf.
I'll call them tomorrow. Skip the wolves. Trust Yakima Federal with your next home loan. You'll be glad you did.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
We just won a Super Bowl championship!
Apple Valley News Now congratulates the Seahawks, Super Bowl 60 champions. And thank you to our viewers for following the Hawks to the Bay Area with live coverage on Apple Valley News Now, ABC, and Apple Valley News Now. Your home for Super Bowl 61.
Friday.
Kelly Ripa!
Kelly Ripa! We're celebrating Kelly's 25th anniversary on Live with surprise celebrity guests and unforgettable moments.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is that time of the week, time to talk those climate numbers. We start off with seasonal rainfall numbers. On this side of the screen, you see the rainfall that we've actually tracked since October the 1st. On this part of the graphic, these are the numbers you would typically expect during that stretch, and then you do a little bit of math. Here are the surpluses and the deficit. So we do have surpluses, very subtle surpluses for the valleys, much better surpluses for the lower Columbia Basin, and then some subtle deficits for the Blue Foothills. These numbers did look worse a few weeks back, so at least we're slightly trending in the right direction. And in terms of the water we still have in our reservoirs in the Yakima Basin, 31% more than we typically do for this time of the year. So that is some really good news. That's just about where the good news ends, though, because as we head into the spring and summer months, we need the snowpack melt to eventually replenish our reservoir levels, and we just don't have the snowpack to do that right now. We have 60% less snow than normal in the Yakima Basin. And the numbers are even worse in the Blues. As for McKay Dam, we're already at 42% below where we should be for this time of the year. That exceeds our severe drought benchmark already by 17 percentage points. And then when you take a look at the snowfall that we don't have in the Blues, we have 60% less than normal. So that is, it's really not an encouraging situation, but at least here is a little bit of good news. We do have snowfall that's on the way. It just doesn't look like it's going to be enough, at least for now. Okay, and the ski resorts obviously cheering for the snowfall as well. Here's your ski report brought to you by Schweitzer. The base depth at 37 inches right now. We are at 27 inches for Ski Bluewood, and then for White Pass, we're at 25 inches. There will be a little bit of fresh powder over the next couple days, but a lot of fresh powder as we head into Sunday, Monday, and beyond. So that, again, is some good news. Multiple rounds of snowfall on the way. Round number 1 going to be from 4 a.m. on Saturday to 4 a.m. on Tuesday. I'll have more to say about this one. And round number 2. All that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
641 talking sports this morning, and the Washington State Boys and Girls High School Wrestling Championships have started.
Hundreds of schools across the state are being represented by either their full team or a few individual wrestlers. And there are over a dozen defending state champs from the Columbia Basin spread out by different weights and classifications.
So between the boys and the girls teams from Toppenish, they have 6 state champions, 4 of which are trying to win their 4th in a row.
I think because I've done wrestling for so long, since I was really little, if it was for me to take 4 titles, it would mean a lot, you know? I feel like I do work hard, and I don't just wrestle like high school, I do all year round, so it would mean a lot to me to get that big achievement.
And the state championships are currently taking place inside the Tacoma Dome.
Matches started on Thursday, and the tournament wraps up tomorrow. Good luck to everyone competing.
Woohoo. And keep it here, because coming up next, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh is back with your full First Alert weather forecast. It's all coming up in just a few minutes.
Looking for a used vehicle? Trust the dealer with over 60 years in the Tri-Cities, Overturf Volkswagen. Find a large expanded inventory, fully serviced and thoroughly reconditioned vehicles, on-the-spot financing, top dollar for your trade. Overturf Volkswagen, Kennewick.
The Pasco RV and Boat Super Sale is going on today through this Sunday at the Hapo Center. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats, including travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, and more. Every category, every budget, all on sale. Enjoy 0 down and no payments for 90 days on approved credit. Shop indoors today through this Sunday at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Big selection, big savings. Don't miss it. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
The little pill with a big story to tell.
Jardiance plays a role in my story, too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. with Jardiance, a once daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell. Action!
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Looking for a date that actually pays off? This February, skip the roses and head to Legends Casino Hotel for Royal Crush Drawings. Every Thursday, we're giving away $2,000 cash every hour. And it's up to you to break some hearts. Literally. Smash our ceremonial chocolate heart for a chance to reveal a multiplier and turn your winnings into something truly sweet. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. Don't just follow your heart, follow the cash with Royal Crush. Only at Legends Casino Hotel this February.
Looking for a used vehicle? Trust the dealer with over 60 years in the Tri-Cities, Overturf Volkswagen. Find a large expanded inventory, fully serviced and thoroughly reconditioned vehicles, on-the-spot financing, top dollar for your trade. Overturf Volkswagen, Kennewick.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have some encouraging stuff to pass along. The roads now reopened, both Interstate 84 and Oregon 204. And that's why we really emphasize the fact that you need to go to tripcheck.com or download the app, as these road conditions and road closures can change within like 30-minute increments, sometimes even shorter than that. But definitely some good news down in the Blues. Okay, let's take you down to lower elevations, the Yakima Valley. Rain chances over the next 7 days. A low-end chance of some snowfall for Friday, about a 50-50 opportunity of a rain-snow mix for Saturday, and then freezing rain is going to be the main concern for Sunday. Now, much drier for Tuesday and beyond. We'll take this day by day. Saturday in the Yakima Valley, about a 10% chance for some snow by 7 a.m. And then that rain-snow mix, opportunities for that lasting all throughout the day, especially as we head into the afternoon and evening. Then for Sunday, a pretty good possibility of some freezing rain before 7 a.m. After that, it's going to be a little bit too warm, and the main mode is going to be rainfall. Now we'll pay attention to our mountain passes. Multiple rounds of snow in the forecast over the next week. So round number 1 going to be from 4 a.m. on Saturday to 4 a.m. on Tuesday. Let's put this into motion with Futurecast radar. Looking mostly dry for today, but then into tomorrow morning, that's when we're going to see that first wave of snow blanketing the Cascades, and then it looks like that's just going to continue right into Sunday morning. You can see hour by hour rain and snow chances for your exact home address by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app. Wave number 1, 4 a.m. on Saturday to 4 a.m. on Tuesday, around a foot of snow for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass, maybe trace amounts of snow for the Kittitas Valley and Yakima Valley. Wave number 2 looking a little bit more intense, around a foot and a half of snow for our Cascade Passes from 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. next Friday. This time, looks like lower elevations probably going to do without any of the wintry stuff. And oh, by the way, in the midst of all that, wind gusts picking up for Saturday night into Sunday. Those peak gusts between 35 to 40 miles per hour for the Bluefoot Hills and the Blue Mountains as we get that warm air surging out of the south. Very quickly, 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Freezing rain possible Sunday morning, but warmer and wetter weather is slated for Monday. In Yakima, a rain-snow mix is possible Saturday, and then freezing rain is a threat for Sunday morning. In Ellensburg, chances for light snow this morning, more so for tomorrow. Then rain starts to mix back in by Sunday. For Hermiston, slick roads, a possibility for this morning and tomorrow. Then wetter and warmer for Sunday through Tuesday. And finally for Walla Walla, leftover snow showers this morning, likely just rain this weekend and turning windy by Sunday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, royal insiders reacting to a scandal unlike the royal family has ever seen before. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the king's brother and former prince, arrested.
In terms of royal scandals, where does this stack up?
In the 12 years that I worked as the late Queen's press secretary, nothing came as close as this has done. I think she would have been absolutely appalled by the state of events which have culminated in Andrew's arrest today.
The monarchy has been tested before, from the very public divorce of then Prince Charles and Princess Diana in the 1990s, and the aftermath of Princess Diana's death, all the way back to the abdication of King Edward, leaving the monarchy to marry an American divorcee in the 1930s. And coming up at 7 a.m., how the royal family is reacting to the scandal. With your GMA First Look, I'm Maggie Rulli, ABC News, London.
Even if your child has moderate to severe eczema, they can feel the flow, feel the breeze. And Dupixent helps them feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Dupixent is the only biologic therapy approved to treat kids as young as 6 months for noticeably clearer skin and less itch. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent. Help heal their skin from within so they can stay ahead of eczema. Find an eczema specialist and ask about Dupixent today.
Now, the Morning Sprint.
Time is 6:50. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with your national headlines this morning. President Donald Trump is planning to direct the Pentagon to release government files related to UFOs. In a post yesterday, Trump said he'll direct relevant federal departments and agencies to begin that process. The president wants files on extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, and all information connected to UFOs to be made public. This announcement comes after former President Barack Obama appeared to confirm on a podcast last weekend that aliens exist. Obama then clearing up his comments, saying on social media that he was referring to the likelihood of life on other planets.
In your business headlines this morning at 6:51, Nestle wants to get out of the ice cream business. The world's biggest food company said that it was in advanced negotiations to sell its remaining ice cream business to its joint venture partner, Froneri. Now, in full year earnings, Nestle said it wants to now focus on its coffee, pet care, nutrition, food, and snack business. Nestle is not the first major company to get rid of its ice cream division. Unilever spun off its ice cream unit in December.
In your health headlines this morning, Go Raw cat food company has recalled certain bags for not containing enough thiamine, which is also called vitamin B1, and it's essential for cats, and if they don't get enough, they can develop a deficiency rather quickly. The impacted product are the 10-ounce bags of Quest cat food chicken recipe freeze-dried nuggets, and they have a Best By date of October 15th of 2027. At least one cat illness related to the problem has been reported.
6:52 in your sports headlines this morning. An American woman has captured figure skating gold for the first time in 24 years. Oh, and it was an epic performance. Just yesterday at the Winter Olympics in Milan, Italy, Team USA's Alyssa Leo won the gold medal. The win for the 20-year-old caps a triumphant performance and a comeback to the sport. Now, she retired after the Olympics in Beijing 4 years ago and then decided I'm coming back. And she did.
Quite the comeback, too.
Quite the comeback, yeah. She called her her return to skating after her win. She said it was just right.
Just right for all of us.
Yes. Oh, it was so fun to watch.
I'm calling her Goldilocks. Just right.
Just right. All right, 6:53 now to the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. A man wanted in Kennewick after a domestic assault case has now turned himself in. There he is right there. Police say 35-year-old Kyle Henriksen attacked a woman and threatened to kill her earlier this month. Investigators issued a warrant. More than 1,600 tips came in from the public. He later surrendered, turning himself in at the Benton County Jail, now facing multiple felony charges. Police say community involvement played a key role in bringing this case to a safe resolution.
And a recall effort is underway against Port of Benton commissioners, and this comes after an investigation into Commissioner Scott Keller, which found that he violated port rules and state law, including using public resources for personal benefit and arranging a land deal with a relative. The board voted to censure Keller but took no further action, sparking community backlash. Now, a retired judge says he plans to file recall petitions within days, and if approved, supporters would need signatures to put the issue before voters.
And Ben Franklin Transit is adding some security officers to improve safety starting Monday. Contracted officers will patrol transit centers and ride buses on a rotating schedule. This move comes after drivers reported threats and safety concerns. Transit officials say the officers will focus on preventing conflicts and responding quickly to incidents. They also stress that these officers are not federal agents but local security staff. Officials say similar safety measures are commonly used by transit systems across the country.
And the future of the Yakima Valley Trolley SELA line now depends on community support. City Council voted against using transportation funds to repair the aging tracks. That means trolley leaders must raise more than $7 million in the next 15 months to keep service running. Dozens of supporters spoke out this week, urging officials to preserve the historic line. And trolley leaders say the goal is challenging, but they remain determined to save the service.
And Washington State University is moving its Yakima nursing program after the spring 2026 semester. Students will be finishing their degrees in either Tri-Cities or Spokane now. University leaders say the change affects 28 students, and it's a part of an effort to consolidate resources. Officials say the goal is to strengthen the nursing program while continuing to support workforce needs across the state, and that transition will be happening over the next year.
Trending now this morning, a tiny monkey with a big personality is capturing hearts all the way from Japan.
Take a look. This is Punch.
So freaking cute.
He's just 6 months old and was abandoned at birth. The nerve of that mother. Look at that baby. But thanks to caring zookeepers, he's been getting round-the-clock attention and also has a very special companion.
That companion, a plush orangutan. Aw, that serves as his surrogate mom. Aw.
So freaking cute. And while he's slowly starting to join the rest of his troop, he's still clinging to that stuffed friend every step of the way. And in their most recent update, the zoo says Punch is gradually deepening his connections with the troop. Caregivers say he's being groomed and playing with others and even got his first hug from another monkey.
Oh. I'm dead. I love that little monkey with his orangutan so much. And dragging it around.
That was cute and
He was abandoned, but now he's got so many lovers all across the world.
Yes, he is surviving. He's thriving.
We do a lot of cute animal stories, but I think that's
number one.
Yeah, that one so far, that one's a good one. All right, get us out the door this morning. Snow in the yards, not on the roads.
Not on the roads. A little smattering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the roads still could be a little bit slick as those temperatures are below freezing, but like you alluded to, the snow did not stick to the surfaces, the roadway surfaces, at least in the Tri-Cities. Now, we are seeing more snow kind of back building in Walla Walla County right now, all the way from, I'd say, the Burbank, Findlay area, and then stretching into Walla Walla up into the Blue Mountains. This all looks pretty light. I was looking at the WashDOT cameras earlier in Walla Walla, and it just did not look like there was a lot of snow there. So that is some good news, but you see those temperatures below freezing across the board. So our roadways could definitely be a little bit slick out there. You'll have to take it slow on the roadways, and of course you'll have to bundle up. Here's your hourly forecast for this Friday for the Tri-Cities. Mostly cloudy skies. We're gonna have a hard time making it to 45 for today. A mostly dry day when it's all said and done. Chilly, just kind of just one of those winter days. But we have more rounds of mountain snow on the way. Wave number 1, 4 a.m. on Saturday to 4 a.m. on Tuesday. Wave number 2, a little bit more intense for the rest of next week. And oh, by the way, it's going to be gusty for this weekend as well.
And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America's up next. We're back tonight with your local news and weather.
Have a great day.